Hello everyone, I am Alka193 and welcome to a new Pokemon Vortex video. As you will have learned in the video 4 days ago, Pokemon Vortex has a cool new feature called the Season Battle Tower. In that last video, basically just quickly explained what it was, but I didn't really show it off too much. I think I did like one battle. So today I want to show it off a bit more, show you how much EXP you can get and what that can do to your seasonal leaderboard. Right now, you unfortunately can't see it because it's just off to the left of the screen, but I'm 403rd. You can see my rank here right at the bottom. So let's just do some battles, and you can see some of the things that I mentioned in the last one. It does not matter, as far as I know, how many Pokemon you actually beat this challenge with. Let's see, what's this one? Just grass, still just electric. Electric ice, so I guess that makes sense too. I've noticed that no matter how many Pokemon you use to beat the opponents, they're always level 100. The Gigantamax ones, sure, they have 1,000 health, which makes sense for Gigantamax. It's also a nice number, but they're still level 100. It's not like they're level 1,000. Because in the side quest, sometimes you'll fight Pokemon that are level 120 or 150. That's sort of like boss battles, which makes them harder to beat. But here, that's not actually the case. They're still level 100, therefore they still deal the same amount of damage as any other level 100 Pokemon. So, the level 100 Snorlax using Body Slam does the same damage as a level 100 Gigantamax Snorlax with Body Slam. Although the Gigantamax Pokemon probably has, what's that max strike, I believe, for normal moves. They are trainer battles, therefore it is possible to get critical hits. I often forget that they're even in the game because a lot of the time I'll be able to one-shot my opponents, not all the time. But a lot of the time I do try to go for the one-hit KO. Especially here because the XP doesn't matter as much. I don't really care about the XP of my Pokemon. That already lost my train of thought. We're doing great. First few battles done. 3,000 XP from each of them for the season stats. Anyway, that's the wrong button. You can just click here on seasonal leaderboard. 401st. That's 2 gained. That doesn't add too much. However, if we just quickly do this and we will check it again, I'll go catch a few Pokemon just in the wild to see how much that does. Let's see. Treadnought, I think it is Fire Dragon, so we can use the Earthquake then. And then we'll Thunderbolt the Shadow Left Disc. Back to Battle Tower, this will generate the next team. So seasonal leaderboard, I'm 395th. However, I'll just quickly change my first Pokemon to Scorch. My level 19 shiny Pants here. I like to use that one for catching. Normally I have some other Pokemon around it as well, but I'll just go with this one quickly. I'll just wait for some unique ones. Chinchou would be great if I can get that one Shadow. I think that's the one that I need why I'm even in this area to begin with. Metallic Chinchou, I'll just catch it. I do believe that... yeah, I'm certain that the rarity of a Pokemon decides how many points you get for it. So catching a Necrozma will give you way more points than catching a Caterpie. However, a Chinchou and a Metallic Chinchou, I believe, have a difference too, because Metallic Chinchou is more rare. So let's catch 2 more Pokemon. 2 more unique ones that we don't have yet this season, because as I mentioned in the last video, just like it used to be in the seasonal point system, this system, in terms of catching the wild Pokemon, to my knowledge, hasn't changed. So you still got quite a lot of points for that. We just do a Flame Burst and 6 damage from Lick. I know it would do 6 damage because I've used this Pokemon many times. I like the type coverage it has, and the way I can, the different moves do different damage. I can lower almost every Pokemon to very low health. The reason I try to get unique Pokemon, or variety Pokemon as they're also referred to, is because the other ones, you can't really sell them or trade them very well. Unless it's an immunity Pokemon. Like a level 6 Wingull I would catch. because that one goes instantly to level 100. They're less useful because you can't use them for seasonals anymore, but the main reason I caught them anyway was to get money, basically. It is one of the ways you can get pretty good money. Okay, this one's just dead. I was thinking in battling and beating it, and for some reason I used that. I was thinking of weakening it, but using the reverse... I think I mixed up just two completely different things. Can you tell I'm not fully awake? Yeah, Pokeball to catch the Poliwag. Return to the map. That confirms the capture for sure. I'm gonna members... seasonal top trainers. That's the standard way to get there. 395th, I caught 3 Pokemon in 342nd. Just gives you an idea, that does quickly get you up the points into the seasonal ranking, and each individual battle doesn't really. So if you want to quickly get up in the ranks, I think just on my initial first few days of experiencing, I guess, this new system, or at least partially this new system, catching Pokemon that you haven't caught yet, especially the rare ones, is still the more valuable way to do it. However, the battling one is also a really nice one to go with, and that stays consistent. It's seemingly the same amount of points the entire time. That was a mystic one to just stop my attack. That's not nice. Boo. No, we don't do that. Get up. Superpower. I like Torterra. That's probably my best Pokemon. I would argue Torterra is my best Pokemon. Arguably, Xurkitree is my word. Oh, I'm still using Scorcher! I literally saw Scorcher. But I'm used to the first thought just being Xurkitree, so I just Thunderbolted it. And because it was Mystic, I thought, oh, I'm looking at the Mystic Pokemon, and that makes sense that he didn't hit because it's Mystic. No, he might have still hit, but it's Scorcher. Wait, that means I can't win this fight. Oh, I'm so glad I know this is one Pokemon still to go. Because otherwise Scorcher would have gained the XP. So I'm gonna not finish this fight. I already have 2 backup shiny Panseers because I really want them at level 19. Like, it could be a Shadow Panseer or Metallic one, but I like the looks of the shiny one. So that's what I'd like to keep. So I'm gonna get out of this battle. We'll redo this battle with Xurkitree. No, Alka, that's not the seasonal battles. That is side quests. That is the seasonal battles. Alright, let's give this another try. We use Eruption. That then use Reversal and not Eruption. Now we actually Thunderbolt the Moltres. And we don't get one shot. Maybe I thought it was using a super good move that somehow crit and then one-shot us. Can you even get crit yourself? I feel like you can't. Only you can crit the opponent. I think it was here about that I noticed there, because these two, actually at least Crawdon's weak to electric. This one actually is not, because it gained the dark type, because it's the defend Pokemon. Just wanted Eruption. There we go. Beat it. Tell me in the comments, have you been using this system much? Have you been trying to go for seasonals now that the system has changed? I don't think the amount of VC, which I think is like, is it Vortex currency? Vortex coins? Is that what it stands for? I don't think that system has changed. I think the top 4 still got more than the 5th through 100. They still got 1. I don't think the shop has changed either. I'll take a look at it after this fight, actually. This is just Dark Rayquaza. Obliterate with Draco Meteor. Bye-bye. Pokemart Season Shop. Yeah, I only have 1 from the 1 season that I did a while ago. Yeah, I have a Porygon Sword, I think, and I have 2 Galarian Zapdos, because that was before the season shop came out. No, I think I sold one of the Galarian Zapdos for a bunch of money. Because they were both standard ones. So I don't need them for the Pokédex. So 100 is in the leaderboards. Yeah. First still 5, second still 4, third still 3, fourth... Oh, 4th through 10th is now 2. Was that always the case? I thought it was just 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this might have been a slight update recently. If you know this, actually, if you've done seasonals regularly, then please let me know, because I remember there being a discussion like a week or so ago about the point system being a bit more fair, because it's super hard to get in the top 4 anyway, so I might as well just try to just get into the top 100, because after the push isn't really needed anymore. So this might push people a little more to try. I think it's a bit more fair. I like that they allow a bit more there, a bit more leniency. But yeah, if you've done seasonals recently, let me know if that was the case for a longer period of time, because I'm not actually sure, or if that was a change as in this season as well. Fancy avatars, but that's not needed for the Pokédex. I'm not really gonna get those. I want Pokemon, and I need these things for Pokemon. I have enough Beast Balls. How many Beast Balls do I have? Pokeballs. Still have a bunch of Beast Balls. I think that I got them mostly from side quests. Yeah, I still have 16. I'll be fine for a while. Back to the Season Battle Tower. Also, unlike it's not Cyber Clan Battles. Where's Clan Battles? It was in your account, I think. Yeah, Clans. And Clan Battles. I don't remember exactly like when the opponent for the Clan Battles is chosen. Maybe every day or so it just resets your opponent if you don't choose to fight it. So if I would, let's say, come back in an hour, I think this would still be the same. But if it would come back in multiple hours, like it went past midnight, the team might be different. So if I decide this is a super good team, it doesn't seem it based on the Pokemon, but let's say it's full of legendaries and megas and stuff, and I don't really want to fight it because it's difficult, or I just don't feel like battling. Next day I come back, it's a different team. It might be like a Pichu and a Charmander, and that's it. Or a Caterpie. The Season Battle Tower is different. Even if this exact team, I leave it alone for a year, then assuming the entire season system doesn't change, but even if I let this team alone for a year and do not battle it, I come back, it's still the same team. You have to fight it again. Now, it is also different from side quests, where you can know ahead of time. You've played through the side quests before, you know what the next team is going to be. That's not the case in the Battle Tower. The Pokemon, to my knowledge, are randomly generated, the level 100, but it's random Pokemon, random variety, like Shadow, Shiny, Metallic, that kind of stuff. And then random species. And then all level 100 with just probably a random amount of EXP between, I think 50,000 is needed for level 100, between that and 500,000. No, maybe 700,000. I don't know how that's decided. But that doesn't really matter because it's still just level 100. It's just a nice number. Maybe to make it feel like it might be a human player, which I find actually a pretty fun thing. Yeah, if you leave this alone for a very long time, you'll still have to fight this team. But it is random, and it's only going to generate it after the fight, which I can show you right after this. But speaking of this fight, Gigantamax Pokemon, 1000 HP but still level 100, so it will be able to deal the same amount of damage. Now, it doesn't actually have any of the max attacks, which somewhat surprises me, but maybe if you have a Gigantamax Pokemon, you can like buy and purchase the max attacks in the shop. Not really in the shop, but like when you change your Pokemon's moves, you want to change their moveset, you pay a certain amount for a new move they can learn. I assume the max moves are in there, just based on every type of move they can learn. It's like Magikarp. Actually, that would just be Dynamax, so that might not really apply. But for Flapple, I would assume it's either Grass or Dragon, because of Gigantamax there's a special G-Max move. I'm not sure if that's on its Dragon or its Grass move. But whichever one that is, probably that's the G-Max move, you can learn that, and then a bunch of the other standard max moves. But this is, I guess, a preview of what maybe like the moves will be like in terms of the damage. If you, because I'm pretty sure I've seen a Pokemon with at least one of the max moves. I might be imagining it though, but if that Pokemon does exist, and I'll try and keep an eye out for it, especially in this video, then you can see the amount of damage it deals, and based on that, figure out what the base power of the move is. Now, let's finish this fight so I can show you the other thing about how the teams are generated. Now, this thing has 1,000 HP. But as you can see, air slash is 125 damage. It's not a flying type, so that pretty sure that works out if you do the calculation. It's not a stat move. Check out this one. Request to deal with a shell gun. Arceus Fire. It's Arceus. It's form. It looks really cool with the red like this, but it's still a level 100 Pokemon, and it's fire type, so it's dead. And then we'll just Ice Beam the last one. And a suggestion that I have seen is why, like, if you go in side quests or in clan battles, I think, or at least in side quests, you get to this finishing screen, you see all your Pokemon that you won with, you see your EXP, you see your money, and then I believe the first option you have here is just next opponent. You just go straight into next opponent. Why is that not there in the battle tower? It would be more convenient. I agree to that. However, the team that you face isn't known ahead of time, as I just explained with the side quests. You can play through it multiple times, then you know exactly what's coming next. Here, it is randomized, so you have to go to the main tower battle screen, and only here is it generated. It goes super quickly, but only there is it generated, and does the game even know where your opponent is. They can't send you straight into the next battle, because the game doesn't know what you're going to be battling against. Now, this is the standard way if you do a lot of these battles that you do get into the next battle, that you do generate the next team. But the generation, it happens when you go into the season battle main screen. Normally you'd get into it by going... Little fly thing. I missed it. Normally you go into it by just clicking back to battle tower. However, that isn't the only way. Because you also just generate it if you go into it from another way. You might be asking, yeah, what's the other way? Then it's actually a lot simpler than you think. Because it is the initial way that you go into this before you've ever been in this. It is the way you get into this when you log on for the first time during a day. So let's say I just go to my Pokemon team and I click this button. That's how you would normally get in. That is how you get in the very first time that you join here. Now, I am thinking that if you like battles, you can just do a bunch of these. If you normally like do side quests a bunch to get the money rewards, maybe get the item rewards, some of the avatars and stuff like that, then doing the season battle tower might be a lot more fun for you than continuously doing the same process of the immunity training or just catching a bunch of Pokemon in the wild, which still applies, and immunity training does not. And then that way you can get a pretty decent points for the seasonals and even get into the top 100 to get the VC. I have been able to keep in or near the top 100 at like the start of the month just to test it out how much I needed to do. So it's doable if you do a bunch of the battles. I don't intend to do that this season, but I think this now being a thing might make me go for seasonals a bit more. And then I'll still catch some Pokemon here and there, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on catching the Pokemon, because the main problem I have with that is I would catch a bunch of Pokemon that I haven't caught yet, but that includes a standard Magikarp, and a standard Poliwag, and a standard Spritzy, and a standard Snubbull, and a standard Caterpie, and a standard Pikachu. Actually, Pikachu's rare. Standard Impidimp, standard Patrat, whatever. Bunch of standard Pokemon. Like, if it's a Metallic or a Mystic or something like that, maybe I can trade it, but if it's a common Pokemon, even that is sometimes really hard. I've been trying to sell some via Pokebay and, like, have some as, like, random trade things on that people can then bid on if they basically just want to give me something, which occasionally happens. Or let's say let's say pay for a certain thing, and then they trade the Pokemon to me by just offering on a random Flubberbaby that I have for trade that isn't worth anything. And that's, I guess, what I can use for. But otherwise, it's basically released a lot of those Pokemon because I can't use them. They're not valuable at all unless they're level 6 immunities, or maybe like towards like level 12, 13 immunities. Because then, if it's double or triple EXP, you can still get it up there. So that is why I don't like the catching of Pokemon that much, because I already have so many Pokemon. And I want to keep one of each for the Pokedex. But it's like, I'll actually show you. I'm not sure if I can show you the amount of duplicates. On Discord there is a command for it, but probably I have a bunch of just Caterpie. Do I have a bunch of Caterpie? Caterpie, that is not a Pokemon. Caterpie, yeah. I only have 4 of them right now, but I don't need 4 of them. And even if I evolve them into Butterfree, they're pretty darn useless. Like this one doesn't have my AOT. Gone. Don't need. Yeah, I guess if you want a Caterpie that I showed off in a video that I'm literally just getting rid of, I guess it's on Pokebay now. I have a Feraligatr up there too. Let's see, did I sell the other 2? I sold the other 2. Let's go. I even sold the Hoopa. That was nice. I think I sold it for 1.1 mil. Pretty nice. That's good money for me. Where am I on the list for richest users now? Actually, let's see how much money I have. 189 mil. Nice. I think that's under the richest users now. I used to be in there, but I think the richest top 100 is like near 200,000 now. Because the average has gone up. 190.7 million is number 100. They have 3 Pokebay sales. 3. This one is 2. So they probably did a lot by just battling themselves. The second highest is just 7. So that's a lot of immunity trading, I guess. And there's a bunch of battles. Might be a thing. Now let's do a few more season battle tower battles. As you can see, this is the same team that I generated the last 2 times. It's still the same one. And it is like, it isn't fully random. I guess I think there is a slight chance. Not sure how yet, how big yet, but there is a chance for Pokemon of the same type to all appear. Like sometimes in games, even gym leaders, you have type-themed trainers. I've seen fire ones, I've seen water ones, and in this case, you can pretty clearly see this is the fairy team. That exists, and there is a chance. I'm not sure how big it is. I'd have to battle it a lot more times and actually pay very close attention to it, and not just take it out. And then I might be able to tell you, just based on, let's say, doing 100 of these battles, give you an approximate percentage of what I've known. Is there another fairy one? Okay, let's just do another fairy one then. You took that out. There's a Milcery. Crimson Line comes in against these. Of course, it's a Mystic and it stops my attack. This is to take out the Xerneas. And a Tapu Lele, you are gone. And sometimes you just get randoms again. And Giratina just goes out to 1 fling. We have Eruption for you. And you're still 400 HP, so we also Leaf Storm you. Another fairy team? What's with all the fairy teams? Sheesh. Metallic Granbull takes less damage, so I'll use Gyro Ball plus Stab to still be able to take it out. Because I don't have that much, because I don't have a lot of Dark Pokemon or super strong moves. That's why I say I don't have the optimal battling team, but I still like it, so I'm going with it. I try to save like either big stat moves like Gyro Ball, or like the dark moves. Maybe not Leaf Storm, because that's one of the best side quest moves in general. I can use that a lot, but something big like Gyro Ball was a really strong move. I try to save for the higher HP Pokemon. Alright, this might be the final one. I'll just say I'll stop battling the next time I see a team with a legendary, and then yeah, and then I'm not gonna fight that anymore, because I said this might be the last one. The moment a later opponent has a legendary, I stop. And there's a relatively high chance that there's a legendary. 6 Pokemon per team. Some Pokemon have more forms though. This one has a legendary. That's an Arceus. So that'll be it for this video tonight. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about the season battle tower, or perhaps on what you think or what I would think are good strategies to tackle seasonals now with a bit of the, like, almost a week's knowledge we have now of playing in the season battle tower, let me know and I'll try and figure it out. Maybe I already have an answer for you. And otherwise, if you have any tips on how to tackle this and juggle season battle tower with the catching Pokemon, you have some strategies for, maybe you're a seasonal rankings player, that would be nice. And as a reminder, what I mentioned, that's not the Pokemart. That is Pokebay. Pokemart is there. That's the button. And then in the season, show up this 4th through 10th place in seasonals getting 2. Did I imagine that it's 1st through 4th that only got that and 5th and down didn't? Or was that actually a thing? And when did the 4th through 10th start applying? If you know, please let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. That'll be all for me. I'll see you all in the next Vortex video. Tomorrow, Battle Revolution again. And make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.